Hello, beautiful beings. I'm back. All right. I took an envelope to get a pocket, corner pocket. All you gotta do is take an envelope and cut it. This, then you can have a pocket. Okay. I painted it with white paint on the inside and this side, and I didn't do this side because we're gonna glue this to that. Okay. Use Mod Podge because it dries fast. So don't glue down. It's not going to. It's good. Alright. Then I got this. I want to put, I think, either that clock or that clock. This clock or that clock, and this is made from Jamie Echt, and you can get it at thecraftersworkshop.com. It's made in the USA, and it's Jamie Echt. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the clock. This is gonna be facing this way in a journal, like that. So we're gonna take the clock. One. I think I like that one better. We're gonna have a inker and ink. I think I want black. I think I'm gonna use black. Black. Where's my black? Probably at the bottom. Here's my black distressed ink. I like this ink because it's waterproof in case you get moisture on it. And I'm gonna put that there like so. Voila. Little clock. Okay, beautiful beings. I decided I'm doing the embellishments on the smaller camera because it's too much of a hassle. And I also decided that I wanted to put a couple more clock things on here. Maybe we'll do a hand of the clock because what is it? Okay, there's another thing I forgot I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. Just to make some golden berries on the tip of these. Now, what I want to do is I want that there and I want this one there. I don't have a piece that will fit the whole thing, so I have to divide it. Pretty sure this goes up. This one, I don't know. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna glue it up. That's good. I have to go get pliers to get the lid off this, but this glue dries pretty fast. So I'm gonna get this on there. Just wrap it around. And get it out. Being a pain, I'm gonna have to get my newer one out or clean that nozzle. Wait a minute. I can't do it that way because they'll block that and I won't be able to rethink. I'm gonna do it that way. I'm kind of just doing this on the fly. I had an idea, but it's not going through, and I don't want to block where you know, put your photo in, your photo paper, whatever you want to stick in there. Some people like to write notes of the experience during fall, the holidays, or whatever. And this stuff dries really fast. Art glitter. This, I've been refilling this and refilling this, so it's kind of looks, you know, used. I'm gonna put the lid back on here because I think I'm done. I think it's gonna be glued down enough. Another one I want to do. And then I can just cut all that off, trim it all off, but I think that looks cute. Probably should put some glue in there, but we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to use Elena's. It stays glued down. I want the other glue, but it just won't work with me. I need to dig a little bit more out. Sorry guys. Our crafting plans don't always fall through. Most likely they switch up on us. They switch up on us. But I love that nozzle on here because you can just pour it out and it just pours out a little bit more. But I haven't used it in so long that it's dried up. Now I gotta clean the nozzle. Right. I'm just going down the edges. Good old handy toothpick. Yeah, I'm gonna have to open that other brand new one I got. This one's spent, it's had it. Oh yeah, I gotta make sure I don't glue that together too, because that's the tuck. Alright, I'm gonna put that down. That. Close this up. Find something to stick in there so it doesn't close up on me. Glue up on me. So I'll just stick that in there like that. Make sure that's pushed down. And we'll set that aside. That's what it's going to look like. Take all this off. I don't need this. Might need this. I don't know. First, see, we just have a bunch of stuff and we're gonna throw it in together. I mixed a bunch of paint again together, just on a piece of scrap that we had left over from the cardstock we cut to fit into the journal. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. These are embellishments that will be going into the journal. I got this from our roll of words. Just cut that off. Okay. This is an old leaf I glittered, so if you want to glitter your leaves, just make sure you put baby powder on your hands like this over the garbage, and then just pat it like that. That way it don't stick, because all these ones I made before I knew about the baby powder trick, they were all stuck together in the package that I stored them in. This stuff, adhesive spray to stiffen it so these parts right here didn't come off, because they come off. See, I could pull that right out if I wanted to. So I sprayed it so it wouldn't fall apart, so I could use it in the journal without it falling apart. And I wanted to see if it worked, how good it worked. But I just remembered it's still outside. So I'm gonna have to get that. These are just scraps, so we're just gonna throw them behind the word. Behind the word. There's that one. And the other one, when it's dry, I'll show them both to you. Okay, this one is going to be made out of a napkin. I just wanted to show you the napkin. Okay, I'll cut it out. This is a Kleenex box. I just painted it white because napkins show the background because they're so thin. Okay? So we're going to take the napkin and I'm going to put the pumpkin on this side. So I'm going to cut the thank you out. So I'm going to glue that there. I don't want this here somewhere, but I want the material there, so we're going to see what we can do. So let's get down here. First, I'm going to take the napkin part. I don't think this is going to be long enough, so I'm just going to add some over here. Should be enough Mod Podge here. I'm trying not to, I don't want to ruin a napkin. So I'm going to put some here. So blend it in. Okay, sorry about that. We're gonna add the napkin here. Then I'm gonna let it dry before I cut it out. I don't know if I want that. Maybe I'll just put it all the way down. So, I'm thinking I want this over here, but I don't want this, so I might rip it. Okay, so I'm getting the other word out like this and ripping it. I should have done it that way to begin with because I ripped my word. See? I'm trying to get that one out. And we're just gonna peel this, hopefully, easily off. That, and I'm going to stick that right there like that. So I'm going to put it down where I want it, about there, and then I'm just going to start applying Mod Podge down. There we go. I'm going to turn it upside down so I get the other side. And I'm just on it where the part I want to glue down, that. It blends right in like that. Okay. Make sure your hands are clean because we're working with white if you're working with white. Really anything. See how that blends in when it's ripped better? Blends right in. Okay. Go. All I did was rip around it. Now we'll put some right here. Alright. So I'm gonna rip that piece off. Smudge. Still wet there. Put that down. There. Just need a little bit. Right. I'm gonna just let this sit dry. And then we'll be back. Okay, I took the Mod Podge, I put a little bit on the edges, just a tiny bit, so I could push the napkin down on the edges, okay? Then I forgot to tell you, I had this cutter, and I took it like this, and that's how I made that hole. That half circle, and if you don't have that, just take something that's round, draw a line on the back like this, and you cut it out that way, okay? I'm gonna add this to the bottom. So I'm gonna put this on the bottom. Just a little bit of glue. I'm not squeezing it, I'm just making sure it's all the way through. I'm gonna put this on like that. On the bottom. And I was thinking, I wanted to put a little glitter in a pumpkin. Take this, go down like that. With your glitter pen. Make a little glitter in it. And then this is dry, I'm gonna put them on a tripod camera and show you how to put them, the rest of the pockets in the folder, and then we'll be done with this part. Okay, beautiful beings, I decided I'm gonna have this show. I was gonna cover it up with a belly band, but it looks better without it. Cover it up. So we're just gonna add some bling. Where's the lid? Where's the cover for over here? Your adhesive diamond wraps. Okay, I didn't take the sticker part off. I just took one of the sticker part. So those are. So this one's going to be done finally. I was going to cover that up with this, like that, but I decided I'm just going to put it over top of it. And this is all done and dry, so we're going to cut this off. And then we're going to put them in a journal. This is all dry, and I did go over the flowers with a gel pen also. Okay, Dollar Tree. And this one comes single, I believe, with 2 in it. Okay. Okay, beautiful beings. We're gonna add our embellishments. And I wanted to show you this from the package. It comes with these two. I'll have one wrapped down here like this. And then these are the same, and this one isn't. From Dollar Tree Floral Garden. Okay. I mark that there, so I can see. And I already put the glue on embellishment, so it'll stick and stay in place, hopefully. Because I gotta flip it, do the other side. I'm just gonna line this up so I know how far to go up. Glue this down. Right. Glue that there. That's in between the corner pocket and the bottom pocket. Have a napkin ready. I'm going to take the bottom pocket. I'm going to glue that down like that. I just put the glue on the end and on the sides. See how it's still not. I let it sit for like, it had to have been 4 minutes. Because I want it to really cling. I probably should let it sit longer, but so when I flip it, it doesn't move. I got this right to the edge, so I'm not worried about that. Right there, because when you sew it in the journal, it's not really going to show. I sewed it all the way to the end on the bottom in the corner. Alright, now we're going to take this one. I'm going to stick it right here. And then just put the glue up here, and on the side, and on the back, the whole back. I'll show you. I got to show you. See? There's our pockets right there. And I made sure I didn't put the glue on the edge too much because we don't want to glue this shut right here. Okay? Make sure it's all the way out and cornered. And see, now that one slipped, so I'm gonna have to wait until this dries to do the other side because I don't want it all screwed up. So I'll be back when it dries. Okay, now we're gonna do the front of the journal. I'm gonna put glue here. So we're gonna put some more of the burlap lace along there. So I want this side. I just want this to stick out a little bit. Just a little bit. Trim this off. Just want a little bit to go along the edge, off the edge, like so. Okay. I want to make sure it's all pushed down good, so I put the other on. Make sure it's even over here, edge, all the way down, so it just comes out a little bit. Alright, now we're going to go this down, and I'm going to sew along this afterwards. But you can glue, if you're going to not sew, make sure you glue this down. Make sure it's close as you can get, because remember, some of it's going to, this part really won't show, this tiny bit, like right here. When you sew them in a book, it really won't show up that much. So I'm going to have it come away from that a little bit. Alright. So if you want to glue it down, you can. I'm just gluing the top and the bottom. So I'm just going to apply glue to the bottom and to the top. all I did was take a piece of ribbon, a long piece of ribbon. Thought I had it out, and I don't. Oh, it's right there. Yeah, I took this ribbon, basic ribbon, and then I took some leaf ribbon, see-through. Where's that at? Sorry, I said I had everything out. I took some of this, and I just wrapped it around the ribbon. I just wrapped it around the ribbon, and then I sewed it down. You can hand stitch it too, all the way around. I didn't do the top though. I just sewed it down there. Oh, I guess I did. I did do a stitch across the top and across the bottom. Okay, that's how I made that. I'm gonna sit down here. I want it to go all the way to the bottom of this because we're putting another embellishment across the top, which will hold stuff in. And again, I want this out more because I'm going to sew along here. And then when this dries and it's sewed, I will show you different things that you can tuck in it. Alright, make sure this one doesn't want to stick down right there in that spot. Okay, make sure when you guys glue something down for like 10 minutes, you keep going back and making sure it's glued down, alright? So you don't just set something on it and walk away, because sometimes it doesn't glue all the way down along this part, okay? Just make sure you just keep coming back and checking it. See how good it's gluing. Alright, now this one we made is gonna go up here. And all I'm gonna do is glue right along the edge here and right along the edge here and leave this open so you can tuck stuff up in it. Okay? And if you do so, just glue your stuff down with enough glue and then check the other side. Like flip it over and see how it would affect the other side if you sew something in it. See, make sure to see how it affects. See, I'll just have a line up here and then a line down here when I sew that in. So always check the other side to make sure how it's going to affect it. See if it'd look alright or not. But a little sewing and zigzagging and a simple stitch down just adds character, I think. Alright, and then I want this right on the edge. Like so. Of course, I'm going to have to turn it so my head don't get really. And make sure. See, that wasn't even close. And then I'll keep coming back and I'll keep checking this and pushing it down to make sure it glues down and attaches well. And there you have it. Okay. Burlap, lace, and then embellishment up to tuck stuff in, embellishment over here, and I might even put a stitch in the middle of here, which I probably will, so you can have a tuck spot there and a tuck spot there. And then when this is all dry, I'll come back and do the final display of the whole, we're gonna call it a file, decorated file, because it is a file, basically a file. It's a file of nooks and crannies of tucks, okay? All right. Guess what, beautiful beings? This fell on the floor, so I totally forgot to add this down here, and that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Burlap lace on the bottom. Totally forgot. It fell on the floor. It was out of view. Remember this bend, so we'll just put it this way. Like that. Oh, I just want it to hang over a little bit. Just a little bit. Voila. Okay. Okay, finally done. I'm going to show you the front, and I'll do a close-up, the inside, and the back. Okay. With this, I did sew down, just down there, and I got the tripod right in the middle of me. I sewed there, and sewed there, and sewed there, and then we got our burlap, lace trim, whatever you want to call it there, and then we got pocket here for side pictures, and there, and then you put one in here. I'm trying to stand up. I'm standing up doing this. So, then you got your tuck there. And then you put like 2 or 3 pictures down here if you want. That's my Aunt Cora. And she's beautiful. She lived in New York City. She loved the city life. And then where I sewed it on the other side, I wanted to show you what it looks like. Like right there. It's nothing. Really nothing. There. I think it just adds character to the journal. Here, where I sewed that. A little bit there I screwed up. It's okay for right there, and I sewed it all the way up. And I did sew this all the way over, just because I want my pockets to last. So because they're going to be doing lots of tucking and pulling, and down here you can fit a lot of photos if you wanted to. Okay, here, and then the belly band will fit 2 or 3 of them on both sides. One there, and then put one over here. Same thing with this one. Our little belly bands, our leaf belly bands. Okay, so down here, fit a lot. And then the back. Pocket here, pocket here, and then a pocket up there. And if you wanted to, you could even put like something small right here and have it just a little tuck. Okay? But I think I'm going to add something to here because this is, I don't like that, so I'm going to add something to that. Here's our embellishments up close. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful everything.